PJs, welcome back to another video. If you haven't done so already and you'd like to, hit that subscribe button and you'll become part of my PJ squad, which is always awesome. And of course, comment down below any ideas you have for future videos. So for today's video, I'm reviewing Hoshimi slimes. As you guys can see from the title, it is labeled as controversial, and if you haven't seen my community post, I would definitely check it out. I did explain there why it is controversial and all my thoughts and concerns about this shop. For this review, I purchased 6 slimes, all came bubble wrapped and packaged very nicely. It came out to about $55 and shipping took 7 days. They also sent these extras, which included borax, a piece of candy, and their business card, which is really adorable by the way, and I love that the back has step-by-step instructions of how to activate slime. They did also include a free 4-ounce, which I will show you in a little bit. All of her slimes come in these screw top lid containers with her slime shop logo on the top and the slime picture on the side. Starting off with the extra, I'm not exactly sure what this is called. I couldn't find it on her shop, but it looks like a peach milk inspired slime. The texture feels like a really creamy clay slime and I love the peach color. It also came with a really cute peach charm. I honestly didn't like the scent though. It smelled like really fancy and sweet perfume mixed with really fake peaches mixed with Play-Doh, and the Play-Doh really came through and it was strong. This definitely isn't your typical clay slime, like I said, really creamy, and it doesn't inflate much, so it's a very interesting holdable type of clay slime that I haven't felt before. Starting off the review, we have tossed salad Bingzu, and like the name suggests, it is a Bingzu slime that is a salad green color, and it comes with a lot of different veggie charms to add. I love that. I will mention here I did have to activate all of the slimes just slightly, and that is pretty normal, but I didn't want to repeat it for every slime. This texture felt like most Bingzu slimes I've felt, slightly jiggly, and it left a ton of residue, which you guys will see in a little bit. To say that this slime's color is vibrant isn't even coming close to describing it. I don't know if it's because the Bingzu beads are also green, but this slime is very green. It looks so fresh and it pops out at me, and the color is beautiful. Of course, as the video goes on, I will be talking about the other slimes and their scents, but I will say this was probably the best scent out of all of them. It was scented like cucumber melon, and it smells exactly what you think it would smell like a Bath & Body Works scent, and it was very fresh, and I'm quite glad it didn't smell like salad because I don't know how I would like that. With how beautiful this slime is, I was honestly disappointed with the texture. Like I said before, it's quite basic, what I felt before, kind of jiggly, and it leaves an extreme amount of residue on my hands, which normally I would let play off, but since coated slimes are becoming such a big thing, I swear this is probably the last time I'll mention it, but I'm definitely cracking down on clear slimes because you can definitely prevent an extreme amount of residue. I loved the look for this one, but the texture for me is not it, so it gets 4.8 out of 5 pajamas. Next up we have Mango Thickie, which is a thick and glossy slime scented like mangoes, and it has a very beautiful mango color. It also comes with a mango charm. So I have a lot to talk about with this one and not a lot of time. So the first thing I'm going to mention is that in my opinion, this isn't a thick slime, it's more of a semi-thick texture. It looks thick, that's because I overactivated it, that is my bad. Moving on from that, I'm going to say this is not just a thick and glossy slime. This has clay in it and I can feel it, I can see it when I stretch it. It doesn't have as much as the first slime, so I don't really know what to call it. It's more like the clay was used to make this slime thicker, but it changed the texture to the point where it kind of inflates like a clay slime, and you can just feel it when you stretch it. So I would say it's not a thick and glossy slime. You guys can let me know what your opinions are on it. I didn't know how else to describe it, but to me it would be better labeled as a clay slime. And now I'm going to talk about the culprit behind why I don't have much footage for this slime and why I'm talking really fast. That would be the scent. So it's described as mangoes, but I don't know if it's just my nose, but I think it's the furthest thing from. To me, it smells extremely rotten and really off, and it made me want to vomit. I don't take off for scents, however, so this gets 4 out of 5 pajamas. Moving on, we have Unicorn Dreams, which is a butter slime scented like unicorn sparkle, and it comes with a rainbow charm and a ton of add-ins. So first off, I wanted to say that this is the most gorgeous slime I have ever seen. I love the colors. I think they did an amazing job, and I will say mixing it kind of broke my heart a little because the colors just look so stunning and just so beautiful, and mixing it was so fun. It just looks like a rainbow threw up on my table, or a unicorn threw up on my table. I don't know. It is so gorgeous. I also loved the rainbow add-ins. It just made it that much more rainbowy and special and beautiful. I love the look of this one. And once mixed together, the color turned into a bluish, almost periwinkle color. I don't really know how to describe this one because it's kind of in between colors, but I think it is still gorgeous. I don't know how they did this because most of the time when you mix colors together, it turns into a poop brown. But this turned into a very beautiful color, and it reminds me of like a stormy sky. And I love storms, so this color makes me so happy. I'm really bad at describing scents, so if you can just imagine the sweetest sweet perfume out there, this is what it smelled like. A little strong for me, but I think a lot of people might enjoy it. If you're looking for a beautiful slime to mix together, I definitely recommend this one. 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next up is Chill Pill, which comes with a 2-ounce unscented clear slime, some fake pills, a little baggie of micro glitter, and a little pill charm. It also came with these little pills, which I'm glad I checked them before I added them to the slime because they have these little tiny note things that you can write on. I don't know if they knew that they were in here or if they were just an extra. There wasn't anything written on them, but I decided to keep them out of the slime and possibly use them for something else in the future. The container did come cracked, but there was nothing else they could have done. It was bubble wrapped, and it wasn't bubble wrapped with any other slimes. It just happens every once in a while. Once all the pills are mixed in, it becomes around a 4-ounce semi-crunch bomb slime. So I will say this one kind of gave me the same vibes as the tossed salad Bingzu slime. I was super impressed with the way it looks and everything about it except for the texture, and this one was pretty much the same. It was just a very normal clear slime. It left a lot of residue like most clear slimes used to do, and there wasn't anything too special about the texture itself, which I guess, you know, it is a crunch bomb slime, so it just needs a generic texture. But since it's only a semi crunch bomb and it's not completely packed, the texture definitely makes a difference, and it left a lot of residue on me, which makes the experience kind of fall downwards, at least for me. This slime did have enormous bubble pops that were beyond satisfying, and I caught myself quite a few times just completely stretching this one over and over again so I could hear some more. This one gets 4 out of 5 pajamas. Moving on, this is Scream, which is a DIY clay set that comes with a 4-ounce clear slime, a clay mold of Scream's face, and a little baggie of add-ins. And it is scented like cherry pop. The clear slime base was quite sticky, which is why I made a mess on my hands, but I didn't want to activate it until I added the clay in because it could help dry it out and activate it, and I didn't want a really overactivated slime. Mixing in the clay was easy and satisfying, and most of the time when there's a DIY clay, it's usually a white slime base, so it's really nice to see a clear slime base because then you can see more of the clay getting mixed in, if that makes sense. And I also loved that the sculpture that they used wasn't the generic like Daiso clay that most people use, so I'm used to a really light fluffy clay getting mixed in, but this was really dense and smooth, and it made such a creamy butter slime in the end. I love it. And once all the colors mixed together, it became a mauve purple, which I've never had with a slime before, and it is gorgeous. It has been a hot minute since I've had a butter slime like this. Most of the time I'm used to the really light and creamy ones that don't really spread like normal butter slimes do, but this one has brought back so many old memories of when butter slimes first came out and everybody was making really dense spreadable butter slimes, and it's really taking me back, and I miss this texture. I have not had it in forever. Regarding the scent, this smelled like a slightly sweeter cherry lollipop. Very simple, but I think it fit the theme perfectly. And like an idiot, I completely forgot to add the little baggie of add-ins, so you won't see that, but it was very gorgeous mixed in either way, so this one gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. And lastly, we have this ramen DIY kit, which comes with literally everything that ramen should come with. It comes with some chopsticks and like all the little vegetable add-ins, the noodles, even the plate, and the base is a 4-ounce thick clear slime scented like pineapples. And since it is a thick slime, it is different from their other clear slimes. It was quite sticky, but definitely not nearly as tacky as the other ones. In fact, it didn't leave any residue on me whatsoever, so if they had done this for the other clear bases that I tried, I would have loved those slimes a lot more. But I just want to say, look at this packaging. It looks so legit, and as I was pulling out everything from here, it just kept going. There were so many different add-ins that I got to add, and it even came with a fortune cookie charm that came with a fortune. I was so excited. However, the charm did come with a few, I think, dog or cat hairs on it and some discolorization. I just wanted to point it out. Putting this slime together was one of the funnest things I've done in quite some time, and it brought so much joy to me. Like, there are so many different add-ins and they looked so pretty, and when everything was together, it looked like a ramen bowl, and it is perfection. The chopsticks did look like they were snapped in half. I don't know if they were doing that to conserve room or whatever. Just wanted, again, to point it out. But of course, I had to show my fortune, and it... I swear, I'm not even joking. It kind of made me laugh, but I was kind of done. Like, it's the dumbest, stupidest jokes that make me laugh, and it got me. But to explain what's happening on screen, I tried to make it look realistic, like I was picking up the ramen, and it kind of failed because it was sticking to the chopsticks, and the noodles kind of flew everywhere, and I was freaking out, so I was like, alright, I'm just gonna mix it with my hands. I apologize. I seem to fail anytime I try to do something extra. Once mixed together, this slime turned into a very bouncy, textured, clear slime. Of course, with all the add-ins, it changed texture, and because of the noodles, they're more of a rubber band type feel, it kind of made the slime really bouncy, so when I stretched it, it would bounce back on itself, which was really cool to see. While I'm almost bummed out that this wasn't scented like ramen, the really fresh pineapple scent was enough to keep me happy. You may have noticed at the beginning that this one was a lot more expensive than the other slimes, and that's because even with everything mixed in, it still really is just 4 ounces of slime. I was able to fit it back in the container. Don't ask me how I Houdini'd it, but I did. And so if you're going to buy something like this, which I definitely recommend checking her DIYs out because they are really fun to do keep in mind that you're kind of just paying for the experience and the packaging and not exactly the amount of slime. But anyways, this one also gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. And with that, that is the end of this review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Most of the slimes are completely overflowing all over my table, so for the outro, you're just gonna see me messing around with the slime and being really stupid. And I know for every outro I ask what your opinion was on the shop, but I really want to know yours for this one. It is very crucial that I know because a lot of people have different opinions about this shop, and there's a lot that I want to say, so I will leave my thoughts in a pinned comment down below. If you made it this far, comment down below woof and don't explain to anybody who's confused. But besides that, I am signing off and I will see you guys in the next one.